At a screen, and welcome back to my channel. And today I've got for you this really fun makeup tutorial which I think is perfect for summers because it's so colorful and playful yet so wearable. That's one thing I always look forward to when I'm doing makeup tutorials, that they're creative and as fun as possible, but at the same time they are totally wearable and not something that you would just put on your face, click a few pictures and that's about it, you know. I really like this look and I would totally pull this out. And fun fact, I actually wore this makeup on my Snapchat and a lot of you guys actually wanted to see a tutorial on this, so here you go, I have it for you. And yeah, with that being said, if you want to know how I created this look, then please keep on watching. Let's go. What is up you guys? I hope you're doing well. I'm going to start off by prepping my lips, for which I'm using the lip balm by Blue Heaven. It's in the variant bubblegum and I'm just prepping my lips. Moving on to concealer, I'm going to use the Maybelline Under Eye Big Fancy Name Concealer, and basically I'm concealing my eyelids to make sure that there is no uneven skin and the bright colors that we put on top of it looks bomb.com. And once we are done with that, I'm going to straight away move on to my favorite translucent powder, you know, yes, the VOV one. I'm sorry if it looks really terrible over here, it's just because it's been through a lot, okay, that's all I want to say. And now I'm just going to set the concealer to make sure that it doesn't move at all. And then we're going to move ahead to the Modern Renaissance palette. I'm loving this palette and I'm going to go ahead with these two light brown shades. Now the reason I love these two shades is because even though they are brown, they have a hint of orange, which was something I was looking for. And as you can see, I'm eventually building up the color. If you just take a lot of color all at once, you're going to take forever to blend and it's not even going to look flawless, you know. So you want to go in easy windshield wiper motion, that is just back and forth, back and forth. Take your time, transition makes a difference. So definitely once you are happy with it, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add this color, which is a beautiful bronzy brownish orange. I really can't explain that color, but it's again really beautiful. I wanted a hint of brownish orange. You can literally use any color. I know PAC has a lot of colors like these, so you can pick any. And then my friend, this is like a hidden gem in the drugstore. I found it in my local store and this is so beautiful. I don't even know the name of the company or the palette. I just picked it up because it was cute and it is so freaking pigmented. It's crazy. Like, do you see that? That's exactly what I'm talking about. And the blushes, yes girl, come through. Like, apart from the lipsticks, I love everything in the palette. Anyways, moving on to the eyeshadow, I'm using this beautiful bronzy goldeny eyeshadow. I really don't have anything like that, so I'm going to go ahead and use that on my eyelids as a topper for the shimmer that we're going to go ahead. So first I'm going to just create a nice base. Now when you're going ahead with glitter, what is important is the base, because the base can make it or break it. Anywho, then I'm going to go ahead and use this glitter from this company, that is Camieo, and it's in the shade 01. It's like this beautiful yellowy gold, which again, I'm all about that life. Again, I'm using a flat brush and I'm going to wet it a little bit and I'm going to take off the excess water, and that's a little swatch of the shimmer that I'm going to use, and it is so beautiful. And again, yes girl, do you see how popping that is? Yes girl. And now I'm just going to tap it, and then once I'm done applying the glitter, I'm going to give it a beautiful light hand blend. Look where I'm holding the brush, that is really very important, you need to know. And now I'm going to go ahead with a clean brush and just fix my transition color. Again, I'm using the brush with very light pressure, and as a result I'm holding it at the very back. If you hold the brush really close to the brush hair, you will apply a lot of pressure, which is important when you're doing the glitter, because you don't want to have light hand, because then it's going to move around everywhere. I'm just going to clean off my face, and then we're going to straight away move on to the base, for which I'm using my Huda Beauty foundation. A review is coming soon, so stay tuned. And I'm just applying this all over my face and giving it a good blend with my fingers first, because I really want to warm up the product first and make sure that I get the maximum amount of coverage. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead with my regular foundation brush. This is by Real Techniques, is from the Face Expert range, and again, I'm just going with basic tapping motions first, and then I'm gonna go ahead with another layer just around my mouth and wherever I have discoloration. Since I didn't use a color corrector, I had to do this step because I have a lot of pigmentation going on around these areas, and I know right now I look really white, but don't worry, everything's gonna be put together. And then I'm just gonna using my beauty blender to make sure there is no harsh line. And again, I'm gonna go with the Maybelline concealer. All of the shades as usual will be in the description, and I'm going with the whole Instagram V shape kind of stuff, and again highlighting the usual places and around my mouth. And yes, I'm just having a moment over there. And then I'm just gonna blend everything together, making sure that I'm using my foundation brush itself, because I really want to make sure that the concealer blends in with the foundation, because that's really important, my friend. And once we are done with the whole blending process, which I mean I'm taking a while right here because I really want to show you how much of a struggle it is to blend foundation. Yeah, that's about it. I'm just going to use a beauty blender again just to make sure that any excess product will be picked up by the beauty blender. And now I'm using a translucent powder which actually went in my mouth, and yes, that's how real I'm keeping this video. And now I'm just doing a little bit of light baking, nothing crazy. Again, I'm just applying all of this. I take this angular brush and I take the loose powder and I go really well underneath my eyes because I have a lot of creasing underneath there. And when I do this step, I'm telling you, my concealer lasts forever. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to take my Makeup Revolution bronzer. Again, I'm having a moment over there and I'm just bronzing my face, getting back the life in me, getting back the color on my face so that, you know, I'll have some cheekbones, though I don't have any, but I'm going to pretend like I have some chiseled cheekbones going on. I'm actually doing nose contouring for the very first time. I'm not really into it, but I really want to try. As I said, I want to play around with makeup and have fun with it. So that's my attempt of doing a nose contour. Let me know how I did it, if I even did well, how I can improve and all of that fun stuff. And yeah, I'm having a quick blending moment, and yeah, that's about it. Okay, moving on. I'm using the Sivanna blush palette and I'm using those two blushes. And again, I'm not a big fan of blushes, but I really wanted to add a little bit of rosiness to my cheeks. And again, I'm going with the beauty blender to make sure that I'm not doing anything too much. And then I'm taking this beautiful dark brown color and I'm going to fill in my brows, because again, I'm trying to use as many less products as I can. I wish the smaller palette had matte, because then I'm telling you that would have been like a complete kit, but sadly it only has shimmer, so I had to use the Modern Renaissance one. Anyways, I'm just brushing my eyebrows with this spoolie, and then I'm going to go ahead with this beautiful shade again, wetting my brush. And do you see that pigmentation? Oh yes. And now I'm going to highlight my eyebrows casually, and do you see how much of a difference that makes? I'm telling you, it makes your eyeshadow look so clean. And now I'm going in with this beautiful green color. I never thought that I'll be using such a color on my eyes, but yes girl, it's happening. And I'm just popping it in the inner corner of my eye. And then I'm going to take this brush and again take the same eyeshadow that I use for my eyebrows and go ahead and smoke out my lower lash line. Yes, I'm having the horror movie moment. And then I'm going to use my favorite setting spray of all times. It's by Australis. I'm going to have a fancy YouTuber moment. And then if you are cheap, it's okay, just go ahead, spray some water. It's literally the same. It's just it won't last your makeup, but it will get rid of all the powderiness. And then just tap it all off with your beauty blender and then go with your highlighter. I've learned this trick from Tati, that always use a highlighter post you are done spraying your spray, because that will make it all popping. If you use it before, you know, you'll have trouble blending your contour, especially if it's powder based. But anywho, I'm using the Wet n Wild highlighter, if I forgot to mention. And then I'm going to use this colossal eyeliner. Again, I'm just lining a very simple thin line to add a little bit of definition in my eyes. And then I'm going to straight away move ahead to some mascara, which like a pro I completely forgot to show, but I'm using the usual Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara. And yes, told you, this video is getting real. So then I'm going to keep it as it is and move ahead with this lip liner, which is by Miss Claire, and it's in the shade Mulberry. And again, I'm just going to draw my lips to make sure that I can make it look a little big and that the color looks beautiful. I'm loving using lip liners recently, so that's what I'm doing. I'm having a moment with the lip liner as well. And then again, like a pro, I completely forgot to show you the lipstick. So the lipstick that I'm using is actually the one that I'm holding in my hand. and the Colorbar lipstick in the shade Haut Latte. And yeah, and once I'm done applying that, now I'm going to put the finger in my mouth to make sure that I don't have excess of lipstick. And once the excess lipstick is off, I'm going to get back to the mascara situation, and yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you know what to do. Like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you get updated every time I'm online. You can also follow me on my social media. The link is in the description. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys super soon. Till then, take care. Bye.